I'm super excited what we're going to do here now. So if you have followed along the previous videos about Winget, that's going to help. But I'm going to re-explain some parts here. If we're going to touch so much useful things that if you master this, you're going to be a hero at work. And it's even good for personal manage of your Windows app and everything. So be sure to understand this and rewatch this video if needed. So what we're going to do is that we're going to look with Winget if a certain software isn't the latest version, and then we're going to update it. And we're going to use Microsoft Intune Remediation Script. Remediation Script and Winget together is so powerful. And you're just going to enable this, then walk away, and it's going to run week after week and update all your software, so you always have the latest. That reduces vulnerability. You are sure your users have the latest version, or yourself. So let's get started with that. Okay, so we need a few things. All the script's going to be in the description of this video. I have already prepared the script, but don't worry, we're going to go by line and really understand this. So if we do a remediation script, for example, we're going to do a case here when we look if Zoom is updated to the latest version or not. So just a little recap if how we do that. So I'm open a terminal, and yes, let's open it as an administrator, shift right click. And I'll do some cleaning. I'll maximize this one. So if we do a Winget upgrade, and we had a video about that previously, then we see which software are missing an update. So Zoom here, mine installed is 6.3.54827, but there is a newer one, 6.3.5.6. And I don't want to package Win32 app for each update. It takes too much time. So we're going to use Winget and Remediation Script to do this. So let's see the script that we have. So you know, with Remediation Script in Intune, you need two scripts. First, you need the detection script. The detection script is looking like, hey, are we even needing an update? And the second script is the remediation script to actually do the update. So to look if it needs an update, we're going to use Winget list. And if you remember quickly, we look here, Winget list. If I just type Winget list, it's just going to list all the software I have on this device. Let's do it with a -- so we get the commands. We want to look where an upgrade is available. So basically the detection script, we're just going to run the Winget list and -exact --ID, and in this case it's Zoom, but you have more software than Zoom, right? So you're going to do one script per software, and you just can reuse the script. You do it once, and then you just change the ID. And then we do I copy that one, upgrade visible. So we list all the software locally, but we filter on those are Zoom in this case, and we check if there's an upgrade available. So we run this in the script, and if we find that it shows out one upgrade's available, one upgrade, right? Shouldn't be an S there. Then we run the remediation script. So the detection script just look for, will the script give this as output? And if you have seen before videos, you know that remediation script, when you run the detection script, if it exits with 1, then it's going to run the remediation script. So the logic is basically you run a script. If this shows that it says 1 upgrade is available, that means there is an update available. Then exit the script with 1. Then Intune's going to pick that up and run the remediation script and run another command, which is going to be Winget upgrade, and then upgrade, well, it's going to be I'll do the whole one, but I'm Zoom, and then some parameters. We want it silent and accept some package source. We're going to do all that. I'm just going ahead of it so you see where we're going. So if this wasn't really clear, don't worry, we're going to go through it again, but this is the logic. And the remediation script, you can have it run every hour if you want, but since updates comes, if it's not that urgent, you can have it run once a week. If you have a fleet of 100,000 devices or 1,000 or 500, each week it run this script and look, is there an update available for Zoom or for Git or for Mozilla, for Chrome, for Adobe, whatever you want that exists in Winget, then it's going to run that and upgrade. And obviously, you don't want to update Zoom during business hours if someone is running a meeting. So you can run it 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or whenever you think your users aren't using it. Okay, with that said, let me explain the scripts. So I've written them, but again, we're going to go through them. So there are two scripts. It's the detection script. So when you just see this green hash, so I'm opening PowerShell ISE, by the way, but you can use any text editor, and both the scripts in the description of the video. So when it's just this hash sign, these are just comments for me, so the script's not going to read it. Then on line 6 and 7 not so important, 6 very important, here is the app ID. And I have shown in previous video, look the one about the Winget search, but you can do a Winget search. If we search for VLC, for example, is this going to work? Yep. Then you see the ID for VLC is videolan.vlc. So if you are not interested in Zoom, you copy this one here and you paste it to VLC instead, and you only need to do it on line 6. Then this is just for the friendly text, so it would be nice to put VLC here also, but it would still work if you kept it like this with Zoom. But we're going to do Zoom. It was just an example how powerful this is. You have one script, you change one line, and obviously you could change to VLC here also, but it's just a comment. It would work even if it says Zoom. Then this is a bit special, this line 10. This is only because if you run it as system, then it can't find the path to Winget. So now when I just run Winget here, it worked. It will find it. Why? Maybe I can't type that in here. I'll do it to be sure it works. I type it here in the terminal. And actually that's a PowerShell also. I open a new one, a command line prompt. You can do it in PowerShell also, but I'm better in the old way. So if I type path here, then it's going to search here under C user John Brent's local apps. Nope, that's not the one. Let me check where it's here. C users app data local apps. So let me explain this. If I type gbn.exe, who clearly is a file who doesn't exist here under C user John Brintz, then it says, okay, well, I'm going to look in the path. Maybe it exists under C. No? Okay, I'll look here, I'll look here, I'll look here. And if it doesn't find it anywhere, it's going to give an error. So here, it doesn't recognize. But look here, I don't know what files I have in this folder. You see, I don't have any Winget, but if I type winget.exe, strangely enough, it actually finds the command, even though, again, it's not in this folder. And that comes from the path, because if we go to one of these paths, did I copy that one? I did. And let me just remove the, can I shift this one? Yes, I can. Nope, I can't. Let me just remove this character here. Since this path here is in the path, and if I look here, we actually have Winget somewhere here, right? Yes, here we have Winget. So that means regardless where I am, I can type Winget because I have that in my path. That's a luxury that the system account doesn't have. So if we test this now on my machine without this set location, it's going to work. But then you upload it to Intune or another management tool who run a system. System doesn't have a path to Winget, so it will not find it. That's why we have this line here. So we basically set the location, and what it does, it looks for the environment who says, oh yeah, program v6432. So it's going to translate this to probably C program files, and then WinApps. Oops, I'm moving this one. And here is an asterisk, and here is actually where Winget resides. So we can run this line. I think to explain this one better, let's run only this part to see what that translates to. So if we paste that here, this is going to translate to C program files. So we could put C program files here instead, but you know, this is more language in all other language than English. Usually it's not program files. If you have a Norwegian Windows, it's not program files, programfiler I think it is, and stuff like that. So this is better if you wanted to work on a lot of languages. So if we run just this here, set location, it's the same as cd in command line, change directory. Path, where should we go? Well, in here. And asterisk, why we have an asterisk here is because the version number of Winget, or actually desktop app installer, can vary. So here we are safe. And we're running a 64-bit system. I hope you are too. So to finish this line, if you see here, where am I? Well, I'm under C, but after running this command here, I will be taken to the place where we want to be. Yes. So C program files again. That's the $environment : program Windows 64 32-bit. It has with the architecture. And here was the asterisk, you know, the version. So if mine upgrade to 1.25, it will work. If I have hard-coded here 1.24 and everything, yeah, it will work until mine update. Then it's going to say, hey, I don't find this. So once the script is in this location, then we can start to run Winget. Because if we look here, what do we have here? We have the real Winget here. Yep. Here, down here, we have the Winget. And again, this is only needed for system. If you're just going to run it manually on your system as your logged in user, you don't need that line. But it doesn't hurt. So I would definitely keep this line. And definitely if you deploy it with the Configuration Manager, Microsoft Intune, or another tool who run a system. Because if I type who am I here, you're going to see that I am an Azure AD account, John Bruns, and my path have it. But if I would change and you run who am I in my system, then I won't find Winget. I hope that part has come through good now. So next what we want to run is actually this part here. So I'm going to run it down here. I copy that one. And I'm going to clear the screen. Since we don't need to be in this directory, I'm going to even do a cd / here and run from the root. So it's less, so it's become more clear. So if we will run here, I'll remove that one. Winget list exact ID, and then the ID here. Well, I would have to tell what ID is. I'll actually change that to zoom here so we can do a one-liner. And this we already ran, right, in the earlier in this video. So we're listing what's installed locally on this machine that we're just running the script on. And we're looking for the exact and the ID of Zoom. We accept source agreement. This you only have to do once, but if you run this on 10,000 machines and 8,000 haven't accepted, it won't work. So it costs nothing and it's good to have there. And we're checking for upgrade available. So let's see if it gives something. So now it's running, and we want to look in our script. If it says this, then we know it's missing an update. That's the magic in this. And just to show a software, if we list all the software I got, Winget list, and run the same command, but for software who already have an update, you will see the update, the output is different. So for example, Slack I have here, but it's already the latest version. So I copy this one. Let me clear the screen again. Arrow up here. And instead of using Zoom, we check Slack here. So now the same here. Winget, we list what's locally installed. We take the exact ID. No wonder why that one is different color, probably because it's /. Then we put the ID of the software, so Slack, who's also installed on this one. If I show you here, Slack is installed here. We accept the source agreement. We check if there's an upgrade available. So it shouldn't, because it's the latest. So this one gives the output no installed package found, matching the input. So we don't care about that. If this happened, then our script is fine. Either either it's not installed or it's the latest. We can take something that's not installed. What do I don't have installed on this machine? I think I uninstalled Mozilla Firefox in the uninstall video. So if we put mozilla.firefox, which is not even installed on this machine, that's fine. If it's not installed, we don't want to upgrade it. So here it says no installed package found matching this criteria. So again, the script, we are only interested if we get the output saying 1 upgrades available. So we only look for that. That's the logic of this script. We run this command. If it shows this output, then we want to exit with 1. Why with 1? Because then it's going to run a remediation script, which is the one here. But we come to that one later. Okay, so what we just run here, we create a new variable called $local install. We could have called it anything. That was just the name. So the output of this command, and we have to do dot backslash because we want to, when we run the system, to say, hey, run from this new location. So not run from anywhere. And then we run this. We save the output into local install. So let me show, if I run the script to that part, I'll show you what's in the local install variable. So I select this to the beginning, so we don't run the rest. And I click here on this one, the same as F8 to just see. And it's not going to show so much. So it's running this command. And I'll go see the backslash again just to clear a bit so it's more easy for you to see. So now, what is stored in local install? What do you think? Well, the output of this command, which the last line gonna say 1 update is available or something, right? 1 upgrade. So all this output is in here. So we don't want to compare, hey, is this output equal all this? But we want the last line. How do you get the last line of this one? Well, we take this variable. If we just do bracket -1 bracket, that means we're going to take the last line, which is 1 upgrade available. If we did the same but put -2, guess what? Well, we will get this line here, the Zoom Workspace, because it's -1 means it starts from the end and take the first line, and -2 start from the end and take the second last line. So if we run this, and guess what we get if we do -3? Well, we're going to get this nice line with just dashes. So I hope that that makes sense. So we do a write output just for us to see that we got the good value. Then we take this value, local install, and I added a trim. It's not really needed. Trim, the .trim just means that it takes this value. Let me clear the screen again. Oh, I put the CLS in the code. Not so good. I wanted to type it down here. So if we go back to this one -1, in case there are some spaces or something, it isn't in this case, so you don't really need the .trim. But what I do with this .trim is to remove any spaces, just to be sure. It's a good practice, but you could be without this one. If it confuses, remove it. So basically what we do here is, if whatever is true here between these parentheses, if that becomes true, then do what's written here. It looks like I got an extra line there. If it's not true, that means there isn't an update, right? Then we're fine. We do nothing. We exit with 0. Nothing more will happen with the remediation script in Microsoft Intune. But if this value here is equal to this string here, 1 upgrade available, that means this is going to be true. That means we're going to do this here. And then we just write something that's not so important. We can say there is an upgrade needed for, and I put the app ID. I think it's nicest to put the friendly name, which is Zoom, or VLC or whatever. It doesn't have to be the app ID here. So we can save that one. Save. And the most important, exit with 1. Let me put the comment here. This makes the remediation script to run. And down here, exit 0. Well, if there is no upgrade needed or software not installed, we are good and can exit. No more actions needed. Then fine, we stop there. So I do a quick recap. These are just comments. We put two variables, $GBM winget app ID, that's the app ID, very important. And here is just a friendly name for the output, not so important. So here you would change if you had another software. And again, I have a lot of videos on that, especially one dedicated to search for IDs in Winget. Then this is only to help system to find. So if you're pushing with a software management tool like Intune, who needs to run a system to a permission, then you need to help it to find the location of Winget. Once we have Winget, we create this variable to save the output of this command who list, and we only want to look, this is the most important here, upgrade available. So if there is an upgrade, we know the last line gonna be one upgrades available, and we check if the last line is indeed one upgrade available. Excellent, then we know it needs an update. Then we exit with one. Why exit with one? Because remediation script's gonna call the next script to actually update. If there is no update needed, well, the script can end. Don't use any more resources on the machines where it's running. So that was the most important part. Now, if it does exit with one, well, then it's gonna go here and run it. So let's run the full script also on my machine. So I have Zoom which need an update. So hopefully it should run this line here at the end. There is an upgrade needed for, and change the GBM Winget app friendly name to Zoom. So let's run this one, and it's going to do an exit one and want to close all this. So it says one upgrade available. It's this line here, write output. I don't think that one is needed. That's good when you're testing, but I'm going to hide that one. And there it is. There is an upgrade needed for Zoom. I think we can even change here to say, let's exit one and run remediation script to upgrade. Do that. I'll clear this one. Let's run it again. And we run it again. So now it should be only one line because I comment out the write output. So here it says, there is an upgrade needed for Zoom. Let's exit one and run remediation script. Looks like there should be capital T here, right? Okay. We want opposite. If there isn't an update needed, so we had Mozilla Firefox on my machine. Mozilla. Oh, I don't even think Mozilla Firefox is installed on mine, but that's fine. Even if it's not there. And let's call this one just Firefox. And I don't change here because I'm going to change back. So if we run this, I'll save it, Control S. Did I do something bad? Yeah, let's run this. Now it should say no update. Either Firefox is not installed or already the latest. Either way, we are good. So it's working fine. I'm gonna change back to Zoom. And we save this one. Now this one is ready. So again, if it exits with one, then it's gonna run this one. And here it goes with the same. So this is just gonna set the ID to Zoom, because that's what we're gonna upgrade. Again, I will not explain this one again. This is just to find, it looks like it's using an old thing I did before. So actually I'm gonna replace this one. Hold on. That was the old way I did it. Now, thanks to a YouTube comment, I've got the one-liner. Okay, let's paste this one. The rest is correct. Okay, good. So this line here, it's the one to find the Winget for system. And once we have it, we create another variable. And actually, no, don't need this one either. Nope. Can do it a lot shorter. Okay. Nice. Yeah, we just set that's how we win so much time thanks to a comment that I got. So I'm learning too, thanks to you guys watching. So we put this path, so we know that we are in the good location. Then we do /, and we just run our friend, and we have a video only about that. Check up here about winget upgrade. So we do upgrade. You can do update also, which is an alias. -e for exact. Oh, I'm dangerous. E for exact, the ID, the winget app ID. Well, it's going to be Zoom in this case. And then we want it silent. We accept all the agreements. If we don't do that, then the machine haven't done it, then it's going to stop. And it's going to upgrade. So I wanted to test with Zoom, but we can see it in action. Let's do one locally, and then we upload this to Microsoft Intune. So I clear the screen. I'm actually going to put myself here. And you remember, maybe not. Let me not type there. Let me do a winget upgrade only to see. We have two software. One we will do with Intune with this script, but we could do Git needs an update also. So I just quickly rename this to Git. Git and Git. And I'll just change this one. And it's case sensitive. So, well, if you put the -e, it's case sensitive. So let's say we run this with Intune, and we're going to do that with Zoom, but now we do Git. You see here I am on 2.46.2 and there is a 2.47. Let's pretend that we run this script with Intune, Git. So first it's going to run here and say there is an upgrade needed for Git. Let's exit with 1. So we know it's exit with 1. What happened when it exit with 1? Well, it's going to run the remediation script, which is this one. So let's run the remediation script and see what's happened. So here it found Git. It's downloading the latest version. I just love this. So powerful. So now it's starting the installation. We have the silent switch, so we won't see more than what's the output here. Git shouldn't take so long time. Maybe it's a fairly big software. Okay, successfully installed. We already had Git, so if we now run, I don't like to be in the root here. Let me, I like to be in the root. Let me clear here. If we now run the winget upgrade, guess what? Git is not going to be in this list anymore. It's gone. We only have Zoom. So we already done it. Let me go back to Zoom on this one and save. Let me go back Zoom on this one too. Oops. I went a bit too far. Oh yeah, my capital T there. Very important. So now we have saved all these. Since I did this in PowerShell ISE, I'm just going to clean this script. Sometimes it's saved in the wrong format, UTF boom. I'm not sure if that's the case, but let me verify that. So I'm going to open the script. Up, I have it under scripts, remediation, and check Zoom. So let me just see if encoding. Yes, it's indeed UTF-8 boom. That's PowerShell ISE. So I'm just going to change it to UTF-8. If not, you can get some garbage character when you upload to Intune. So encoding and save it. Okay. I don't know about you. I'm super excited about this kind of stuff because this script's just going to run week after week after week, and you don't have to package or be, you know, you have the latest software. Okay, so let's go to Intune now, the second part. And my favorite way to go there is AKA, yeah, it's already filled in, Microsoft/EN or Microsoft. It's Montserrat domain name. And that takes us to intune.microsoft.com, which is not that hard to write either, right? So they always change remediation script, but now it seems like Microsoft put it on the devices and then scripts and remediation. So I'm going to call this one update Zoom and to the latest version. Maybe not the best name. And I'm in the search, I realize. Let's do create here. And let's put that as the name. And it's a good description that we've put it. We can say with winget. then do next, settings. So you see you actually only need the detection script. Well, for us it wouldn't do anything, but you could put the fix in the detection script. I prefer to have that separated for reporting, and that's what we have done in this video. So the detection script, I had already named that one, and I have put mine in let's see, scripts, remediation. So it has to be the detection script first. And here, if you see a strange character on the first line, that's because you have, like I had, UTF-8 boom. So here's the script. We went through each line of this. But if this one exits with 1, that means there's a problem. Then it's going to call the remediation script. If not, this script never gets called. And we have that script too, which is the remediation, who basically just run winget upgrade command with the ID. Do we want to run it with the logged in users? No, because if they're local admin it would work, but there's no guarantee. We want to run it with system, and that's where this line comes in, the set path. Enforce script signature, I didn't put any signature, so no. Run in 64-bit, yes, thank you very much. Obviously, if you have 32-bit OS, you shouldn't have that. But if you have, then yeah, of course, you should check yes here. Scope tags, I'm not using scope tags. Assignment, I want this for all my devices. So I have a group, an Entra ID group for all my Windows devices. Do I see it here? Yep. I want this for all my Windows devices. And here comes the interesting with the remediation script. And I have a lot of videos explaining remediation script. I love it. It's one of my favorite features in Intune. I mean, daily I think it's too often, even though you definitely could, but I think every 7 days, why not around? People probably don't have meeting at the 6 a.m. Maybe they do. You can add more to the script to, check stuff like that if it started or something like that. But now it works fine. Let's go next. And now we have created it. So if we look on my machine, nothing have changed because we created this. We're still, if I do winget upgrade, I still have the Zoom version, this one here, and not the latest. I'm just gonna, but we don't have to wait now to see 7 days to see this result. We can go to my device, which I see here is GBN-33, and run on demand just to see this a bit faster. So this is the machine I'm on right now. And if we go here on the 3 dots, we have run remediation preview. I have a video about that also. I totally love that you can run. So here are all my remediation scripts that target to this machine. So I could run this one here. We'll see. Is it too soon? I just uploaded it. Let's see. So now, run remediation. This is the date of this recording. It's Saturday the 8th February 2025. So we'll see when it runs. 53. I think it's not going to take a long time, but still I post the video for you and come back once it have ran. Okay, I didn't have to wait extremely fast. If we now look and I'm again modifying my script. If I'm down here, I'll clear the screen. If we now run the winget upgrade, the Zoom one is no longer here. So I got it updated. So I have the latest Zoom, and this gonna run week after week. I don't have to package this, do Win32 app for Zoom. Probably I need to package one, for new devices. Well, I could do it with the winget also installed, but this will only upgrade existing ones. And you can do that for all your software. Have it running. Don't have to look back. It's just gonna upgrade it for you. So definitely learn this. Super useful. Remediation script in Intune is wonderful. Winget is wonderful. Those together, so powerful. So I'm happy to end this series about winget with my favorite favorite feature in Intune. Learn this, and I promise you will be successful and add so much value to your company. Thank you very much for following this series. Have a great day.